Sweet Pea, one of the best defensive boxers, and they said coming into this fight, pound for pound, this is for the pound for pound championship of the world, and it just might be.
And yet he had to do something unique against Hurtado. He had to rally. He was behind when he was able to stop him late in that fight, and that's something that you don't associate with Pernell Whitaker, being behind in a fight, because he gets so far out in front with his boxing ability. But Hurtado gave him a hard time in that fight. Whitaker dug down and found something late in that fight to score the victory.
Well, this is his 43rd professional fight. He's been the distance many times. He's had a lot of tough fights because of his size, but he's been able to handle it terrifically. He had only one loss against Jose Luis Ramirez in a split decision that took place over in France, and then he came back to avenge that. So he beat him. He had all kinds of titles over Juan Nazario. He won the WBA 135 pound. He was the IBF champion over Rafael Pineda at 140 pounds that was, and 147 pound. He did a great job over good friend Buddy McGirt. He also was a WBA junior middleweight champion at 154 pounds, beating Julio Cesar Vasquez. So this is an extraordinary fighter as Mills Lane checks him out. We're just about set to go. Lou Duval, who handled all of those kids from the Olympics in there. And the president of the WBC, Jose Suleiman. Dino Duva in there as well. So, all right, the ring announcer Michael Buffer standing by, so here he is. Michael.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Caesars Palace, Las Vegas, Nevada, Bob Arum's Top Rank Incorporated, along with your undisputed, undefeated king of beers, Budweiser. This Bud's for you, in association with Main Events Monitors, presents 12 rounds of boxing for the welterweight championship of the world.
Come on and fight. Come on and fight.
This bout is sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission. Chairman, Dr. Elias Ghanem. Commissioners, Nat Carasali, Lorenzo Fertitta, Luther Mack, and Dr. James Nade. Executive Director, Mark Ratner. Physicians in attendance at ringside are Dr. Flip Homansky, Dr. James Wishkane, Dr. Al Capana, and Dr. Charles Signorino. The timekeepers at the bell and counting for the knockdown seconds are Jane Broadfoot and Mike Lachella. This bout is also sanctioned by the World Boxing Council. President Jose Suleiman. WBC Supervisor at ringside, John Morris. The three judges scoring this bout on a 10-point must system are Chuck Jampa, Jerry Roth, and Dalby Shirley. And when the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action, Mills Lane. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the thousands in attendance here in Las Vegas and the millions watching around the world, this is it. The battle for pound, the best fighter in the world. From the site where legends are made, Caesars Palace. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing red and weighing 146 1/2 pounds. In 1992, he won Olympic gold in Barcelona, and since becoming a professional, he has a perfect record of 23 consecutive victories without a loss, 20 by knockout, and he has won 3 world titles. Tonight, he is the challenger. Ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, from East LA, here is the Golden Boy, the 3-time world champion and reigning WBC Super Lightweight Champion of the world, the undefeated Oscar De La Hoya. And across the ring, his opponent fighting out of the blue corner, wearing lavender trim with black and weighing also 146½ pounds. In 1984, he captured Olympic gold in Los Angeles. And as a professional, his record stands at 40 victories with 1 defeat and 1 draw. And 17 of his victories are by knockout. Since 1989, he has won 6 world title belts without a loss. From Norfolk, Virginia, presenting the 4-time world champion and reigning pound-for-pound king, the defending welterweight champion of the world, Pernell Sweet Pea Whitaker.
That's you, baby, that's you. Put this up.
All right, Whitaker, Pernell. All right, gentlemen, we've gone through all the instructions in the dressing room. This is for the championship of the world. I expect a tough, clean fight. Protect yourself at all times. Any questions from the challenger? The champion. Let's get it on.
The Reno judge, Mills Lane, is the referee tonight, and he will keep him in check. Now, Dave, a couple of things about this fight. Oscar has the great height advantage, and Pernell has the ability to make himself even smaller, which is smart against Oscar De La Hoya. So a lot of the fight, Oscar may spread his legs to come down to the level and of course, use that great jab. But Pernell is so quick on both his hands and his feet, Oscar could have some problems with it.
Well, and that's the beauty and the magic of putting guys together at this level. Each guy will probably have to show something here that hasn't been required in past fights. Kind of a growth process within this fight. Whitaker, you have to worry about the speed. So De La Hoya will try to utilize the reach. Whitaker will try to get inside. And you know there will be some split-second reaction by one of these guys to find the opening and to try and parlay it. And you watch the feet coming together here with Whitaker stepping on De La Hoya's foot. When you see this righty-lefty matchup, De La Hoya wants to get that right-hand lead in and the double left hook and keep his left foot outside the lead foot of Whitaker, trying to keep him in small circles.
And just as you were saying that, Dave, he took a stride with the left foot outside. He was able to land the right hand. Of course, and then what looks like white trunks are actually lavender on your screen is Pernell Whitaker, and in the red trunks, of course, is Oscar De La Hoya. You know, people thought that Pernell Whitaker might be losing a little bit since it took him 11 rounds to tell you, Hurtado's a very good fighter, so even at age 33 with the tough fights that Whitaker's had, I don't think he's lost too much.
And that was an impressive effort to come from behind against Hurtado. You mentioned it earlier. You know, it's one thing to be gliding and out front, winning all the rounds as he so often has on scorecards. But now, as a great fighter, you're given a challenge. Okay, you have to knock this guy out or you lose. And you find that element, which he did against Hurtado, and that's another level that he found and showed a lot of toughness, not just pizzazz and finesse, but he showed toughness in that last fight.
Oscar trying to unload some heavy shots on the inside, and on the far side, Pernell lets go with his left hand, and Oscar's not afraid to let go inside too. These are two very tough fighters in the ring, and outside the ring, they're two very, very nice guys. Both Olympic champions, so similar in so many ways. Look at those right hands in the face of Pernell Whitaker. And these rounds are going to be close, Dave, a lot of them, so it's important that you get a lot of touches, because I don't expect there to be a lot of knockdowns in this fight. You never know, though. Oscar's a very powerful puncher, but Pernell is so slick.
Each guy needs to find the wild card for De La Hoya, the power. Yeah, score some meaningful shots as he has here, drive Whitaker back. And that's a big point for him. And he's already shown a lot of respect for Whitaker in the cautious manner in which he has studied before moving in. And we've seen De La Hoya blow through guys and show the power right away. Here, it's a studious type of an approach.
Well, of course, for Oscar, the words on him are, you know, a real good jab, complete boxing skills, power. He's always in fine condition. There's the bell to end round number 1.
más cintura, champ. No, no te aceptes esa pelea, champ. Perdón, salirme del ring. Okay. No le aceptes esa pelea, champ. Ten pendiente, no muy parado. Cuando vaya a entrar, paso atrás. ¿Ok? Estás muy parado. Muévele más la cintura. ¿Ok? Tú te das cuenta. Cuando va a entrar, paso atrás. ¡Pum! Lo haces fallar, luego lo golpeas. Lo tienes que fintar, champ. No le acertes esa pelea.
Jesus Rivero giving the instructions, and that was Chuck Kodak wiping him off. Fans in attendance are all wound up here. That's Joel De La Hoya, his dad, so of all the fans, you understand why he's cheering. So here we go, round number 2. What did you think of that first round, Dave?
A good power round for De La Hoya, opening up in the second half of the round. Found something at the end of that round, and he's starting this round closer to Whitaker. I think he picked up something in the second half of that round, and I'd give the edge to him in the first round.
Yeah, same here. The official judges, of course, are Chuck Giempa, Jerry Roth, and Dalby Shirley. 3 excellent judges from the State of Nevada Athletic Commission.
Both of you. Now come grab and hit. Come on, hit.
There's the quickness again of Purnell. Oscar trying to hold him off with a jab. You want to try and get a piece of him each time, Oscar. He does with the right hand. You know, that kind of feint with the left and the right hand has been catching Purnell. See?
Good quickness here for De La Hoya. And for Whitaker, the idea that he can use his boxing skills and just easily outpoint guys is not going to be the blueprint coming in here. He's got to face a guy coming at him. He'll have to come up with something a little bit different. And De La Hoya, the younger fighter, is trying to push the pace. And see how close he is to him here in this round as opposed to round 1.
And he's found a home for that right hand, almost clipped him with the left hand. You see Sweet Pea just dances around and makes it awkward. But Oscar doing a nice job here midway through the first round of this fight.
Yeah, De La Hoya smiling a little bit here, realizing he almost caught Whitaker with something real good, that left hook scoring in grazing fashion. But there is something here for De La Hoya. He is setting up power shots for himself. He is working himself into position. You see the certainty with which he is advancing in this round.
Yeah, these guys are thinkers in there. They're both very, very studious guys in terms of their boxing skills. They know what they're doing in there. They time their punches. And usually when you see Whitaker throw more than one punch, he's coming in, and Oscar, you know, will feint with the left, or he'll jab you with the left and then drop the right hand. He appears to have more tools. And you know, we talk about the quickness and speed of Purnell Whitaker, but you know, watch the speed, the hand speed, especially of Oscar. And Purnell might have quicker feet, but Oscar's got pretty close to the same speed as his hands, Dave.
And but Whitaker being 33, we've seen a little bit of a difference now as opposed to when he was coming up, and we're seeing for De La Hoya the youth being served with not only the speed but the confidence to find room for himself, and De La Hoya doing a nice job at taking it to Whitaker thus far.
And of course, here on the west coast of the United States, a very big crowd in favor of Oscar De La Hoya as the bell ends the second round. I think that's 2 in the